Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 21 of NWA Chicago as we close out the quarterfinals of the Starrcade Classic. Here tonight we have the big guy versus Joe Hendry and Colin Delaney versus Pete Dunne to round out the field of four for the semifinals of the Classic. It promises to be a fantastic night of action here in Chicago, so without any further introductions, let's get into it. In a terrible pre-show match, Argos defeated El Hijo del Rey Mysterio in 8:23 by submission, 30 plus, 29 from Rey Mysterio, and 27 from Argos. So a decent match here for the pre-show. This was only on the card to fulfill our high spots requirement. I think I might change the product just a little bit to get rid of the high spots requirement, because I feel like it does kind of book me into corners and force me into situations where I have to just throw together a shitty pre-show match so that I can hit the requirement, as opposed to freely run my show. I don't really like having the booking restrictions of having to book a certain type of match on every show, unless that's going to be a focal point of my show. And I don't really have like a cruiserweight title or a juniors title. I know I talked about having the world television title be kind of like a high-flying title, but I'm not really so sure about that. I'm liking the direction I've taken it, so I might get rid of the requirement. But regardless, now we start the main card. In a bout that in subpar wrestling and little heat, Pete Dunne defeated Colin Delaney in 13:48 by pinfall with a dead drop, 37 D- for the match. Both men performed with 34. This match got the crowd hotter and got the show off to a strong start. Pete Dunne was really off his game in this match. That is very unfortunate, but Pete Dunne is the first man of the night to advance into the semifinals. He will face Tyler Bate, with the winner going on to the finals of the Starrcade Classic. And now, after the match, we're going to hear from Pete Dunne as he grabs a microphone and begins talking with his head down. Dunne says, "Last week, I somehow helped Tyler Bate win his quarterfinals match against Nick Aldis. I aided my worst enemy. I put him one step closer to the biggest achievement in his career. I can't believe I could be so foolish." Dunne looks up with a smirk on his face. Was I the fool? Or was I the mastermind? Now I don't have to sit back and watch as young Tyler loses. I get to actively beat him myself. I get to hold Tyler's championship aspirations in my hands and crush them before his very eyes. Now Tyler and I meet in the semifinals. I can crush that little bug on my path to the NWA World Heavyweight Championship and make my inevitable victory that much sweeter. 37 D- for this segment from Pete Dunne. Excellent segment. So it turns out that Pete Dunne cost Nick Aldis the Starrcade Classic semifinals matchup on purpose so he could face Tyler Bate in the second round. Bold strategy, developing story. I like it. In a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Odinson and Pero defeated the Assyrian Portal in 13:10 when Odinson defeated Amasis by submission. Pero was the weak link. Really, Pero was the weak link. That's interesting. So 50s for both Ophidian and Amasis, 42 for Odinson, and a 32 for Pero. This match got the crowd hotter. 50 D+ for the match. Very happy with that. Looking to reintegrate both of these teams into weekly television, as I feel like the tag team division has taken a shift more towards, the Lucha Brothers and the Motor City Machine Guns, but these two teams really are kind of the backbone, middle tier of my tag team division, and guys that I kind of want to make as top guys, but aren't really there right now in terms of the tag division. So something to note, Odinson actually recently went up weight class. He is now a heavyweight, a ripped heavyweight, but he also popped for steroids. The article that was posted about Odinson moving up to heavyweight remarked about how quickly he moved up to heavyweight. It had only been like 2 months since I asked him to move up, and sure enough, he did pop for steroids when I gave him the tests, so that's something I'm going to be looking out for. I did fine him. He was happy with only receiving a fine, so that's good, I guess. Not good that he's taking steroids, but good that we were able to contain it as soon as possible, and it's not like a story that's going to break. So, in terms of this match, very happy with it. And now, after the match, Odinson and Pero celebrate their victory and exit the ring. Ophidian and Amasis begin to pick themselves up when Carlito Colon, Rocky Romero, and Ricky Reyes hop the barricade and surround them. Romero has his kendo stick, and Reyes is carrying a chain. The three hop up on the, that's not supposed to say barricade, that's supposed to say hop up on the ring apron, stalking their prey. All three begin to enter the ring as their prey sit there, helpless. 45D. When all of a sudden, Flip Gordon and Scarlett Bordeaux sprint down to the ring with chairs in hand. They slide into the ring, put themselves between the Assyrian portal and Sangre del Mal. Sangre del Mal hop off the apron and retreat back into the crowd, yelling at Gordon and Bordeaux as they walk away. So Flip Gordon and Scarlett Bordeaux come out to make the save of the Assyrian portal, just as the Assyrian portal did for them a number of weeks ago. As Sangre del Mal keeps going, they just want to destroy the Assyrian portal for helping out Gordon and Bordeaux, and now Gordon and Bordeaux return the favor, so this little rivalry keeps advancing. 45D, very happy with that. This story that we're building with Sangre del Mal, and then Gordon, Bordeaux, and the Assyrian portal is very good, and it's going to lead to some interesting places, just you wait. In a decent match, the big guy defeated Joe Hendry in 11:52 by pinfall with a silverback attack, as if there was any question that Joe Hendry might actually defeat the big guy. He will not. The match receives a 54 C-. Very happy with that. 61 for the big guy, 31 for Joe Hendry. I'm not really sure what to do with Joe Hendry, but he made it. He made it to the quarterfinals. He made it to the quarterfinals. He's not going to go to the semifinals. So the second matchup in the semifinals confirmed is the big guy versus Flip Gordon. So our two matches are big guy Flip Gordon, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, with the winner of those two meeting to see who faces Cody for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship at Starrcade. Or will he? After the match, Nick Aldis comes out of nowhere and hits the big guy from behind with a chair. The big guy crumbles to the mat, and Aldis hits him again. The big guy rolls out of the ring, and Aldis demands a microphone. Aldis says, "I've had about enough of all the bullshit in this company. I get denied my rematch for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. I don't get booked for weeks on end, and to top it off, I get screwed out of the Starrcade Classic. What has management done about it? Absolutely nothing. This is not how Billy Corgan told me this company would run. Not at all. I have realized if you want something done, if you truly want to see results in this company, you have to take matters into your own hands. Cody, get the hell down here right now. You're giving me my long overdue rematch, and if you don't, I'll have to take this chair right here and introduce it to that beautiful wife of yours. Your choice, Cody, but let me tell you, you don't have much time before I come back there and start looking for the both of you." 57 C- as Nick Aldis lets his aggressive side rip here, rips into management, and demands a rematch for the world title. So Cody Rhodes' music hits. He comes out to the ring. He is going to defend the honor of his woman. He puts the title on the line. And in a decent match, Cody defeated Nick Aldis in 25-41 by pinfall with a beautiful disaster. Cody makes defense number 2 of his NWA World Heavyweight title. 57 C-. Nick Aldis was visibly tiring towards the end of this one. So I have to wonder if I hadn't made this match be so... I wanted this to be a long TV match because it's so significant. It is a world title match. I have to wonder if I'd made it maybe 22 minutes, if he wouldn't have been tiring towards the end, and then he wouldn't have performed to a 46, he would have gotten at least a 60, and this match rating would have been better. But Cody Rhodes gets a 66, Cody Rhodes. Cody gets a 66. Match got the crowd buzzing. 57 C- for that segment. Very happy with that one. So Cody makes his defense of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Nick Aldis can no longer Nick Aldis can no longer claim that he is owed a rematch. Cody has beaten him once again, one-on-one in the ring. And as for this show, I think this show is going to get a C-. There was a lot of really good segments on this show, and I think it's very possible that we're going to get a C-. I'm going to temper myself a little bit. No, I want to temper myself, but the main event is very important in the calculation of how well your show went. I'm going to say we got a C-. Yes, we did get a C-. The show increased our popularity in 18 regions. So, unlike most shows, we only had 4 matches. I think we usually have 4 matches, but we had some longer matches here. We did not have very many segments tonight, and we only had 8 segments. We usually have about 10 segments. Tonight we only had 8, and I like that, a more condensed form, and a lot of important things that happened tonight. So we have the semifinals of the Starrcade Classic squared away. We had an NWA World Heavyweight Championship match, impromptu I might add, a 55 C-, and the show increased our popularity in 18 regions. Now, let's see what we got on television. Alright, so just really quickly here, I wanted to show you guys WWE main event and show you that once again, we beat out WWE main event. Look at the talent that they had on this show. Look away from some of them, but they had Johnny Gargano on this show. They had Luke Harper. They had Cassius Ohno. Ricochet was on the pre-show of main event for some reason. What are you doing, WWE? But still, look at some of the talent that was on this show, and we were able to beat them out. They didn't have a single segment, did they? No, they just had matches. But still, as I said, we beat them. But then, to us, NWA Chicago was held, as always, in the NWA Arena in Chicago, Illinois, in front of 1,655 fans. On television, it got a .07, 59,710 viewers, a 55 C- for the show. As we sit just 1 month away from Starrcade, there are only 1, 2, 3 NWA main event showcases probably in between this and Starrcade. So we have 3 episodes to build up. And before the next show, I will get you guys a list of matches that have already been booked for Starrcade so that we can run over those really quick. But I want to thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you guys in episode number 22.